stupid, right? How about that?
E FooLy is the truth.
You gonna learn today. And what is happening, YouTube? Y'all know me, E FooLy, aka the Golden Child, aka your mama's best friend, aka Mr. Believe It, bitch. Modding weapons in Borderlands 3. As we all know it, man, this game is about to drop in less than a month. Almost 2 weeks to be exact, man. It's like the 22nd. So I mean, about 3 weeks. But an interview dropped today on IG, and my homeboy Crown had linked it to me, man. But in this interview, he actually talks about modding, and I wouldn't say it's a split in the community. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all hear this little snippet clip. You can look it up on IGN's YouTube channel. They also dropped it, but I specifically, because this is the type of channel that I run as far as like modding and improving a game as far as a closed circuit game, meaning there's not a PvP aspect or a leaderboard aspect to it. I can't say that I'm indifferent. I can't say that, you know, hey, this is bullshit, but I'm gonna let y'all listen to the clip first, and then we're gonna talk.
As a follow-up to that, are you concerned at all about cheating when character files are locally stored on PC especially? It's very easy to kind of manipulate those. Is that something you care about, or is it kind of a, hey, you're choosing who you play with anyway, so play the game how you want?
We kind of prioritize play the game how you want. I mean, we take some basic measures to be sure that the cheating isn't easy, because I think a lot of players don't recognize. Like, sometimes it's fun to do that. Like, we've all hacked the game before, you know, and got it and up the numbers a little bit, right? But honestly, we want the gameplay experience to be really good, and Borderlands is such a game of loot and growth and accomplishment. We want players to have that experience, so we do take some steps to do that. But because we're not a competitive game, and we're not a game that really has leaderboards and all that in there, we want to be sure that players have fun more than anything else.
All right, so in a nutshell, that's exactly how I feel, man. Me myself personally, I look at Borderlands, just the franchise as a whole, as a type of like a Fallout game or a BioShock, you know, like a single player game that doesn't have leaderboards. After a while, the game is going to get boring. It's nothing that you can say or do to a game that literally the in-game content does not consist of any type of PvP play. Now, I don't know it, but do they have raids in Borderlands 3? I don't know. Do they have a horde mode? Yes, they do. They actually do. And I think it's called the Proving Grounds. He actually talked about it in this interview. But the way it's playing out, the Proving Grounds will be in-game content that will allow the player to unlock certain types of gear or better gear throughout the game. Now, what I was hinting towards is, what do we need the gear for? But that's a different video for a different day. But at the same token, people, either you're for mods or you're against it. It's really no middle ground. I've never seen a person like indifferent about it. It's either they're hardcore for it or hardcore against it. And if you're hardcore against it, it really makes no fucking sense. The developer, the guy who is helped making this game, says that Gearbox is totally a play the game how you want to. Now, I say this to say, yo, if you don't want to cheat, that's fine, bro. Nobody's forcing you to do whatever you want to do. Just like if it was your lobby and you saw somebody using a modded weapon, you can kick them instantaneously, right? Just like if you were in a lobby and the head person was cheating, you can fucking leave. You know what I'm saying? It makes no never mind. I don't understand, just because I have something that you don't mean you can't go out there and get it legitly if you want to, or you can't get a save file and get it if you want to. You see what I'm saying? It's not that people are cheating and getting things that you can just not get. No, you see what I'm saying? Because in the end, there's no leaderboards. There's no PvP aspect. A game like this is going to reach its peak and eventually fall off. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those games that you leave alone for a while and be like, you know what? It ain't really nothing to do. Let me pick up some Borderlands. You see what I'm saying? So how far can we take it as far as this game? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll be as easy as it was on 360, but the way he explained it also, if you look at this, they are going to allow offline play. What does that mean? The game saves will not be saved as a typical game on Xbox One. For everybody who doesn't know, the reason you can't play any of your games offline is because your game saves are actually stored on an Xbox server. They're not actually stored in your game. You see what I mean? On your Xbox One, which is something they put in place so people couldn't mod shit, not just with Borderlands, but just Xbox in general. You see what I'm saying? But Borderlands 3 is going to allow you to save your games on your fucking console so you can play them offline, which is going to be just fucking phenomenal. So that in itself just lets you know, like, yo, they don't care, man. Do what you want to do. They could have just been on the same boat as far as, yo, we want y'all to save y'all games on our server and then you can't play offline. The dudes are literally letting you play the game how you want to play. So they're not saying cheating is wrong or modding the game is frowned upon. You see what I'm saying? They're simply saying, hey, how you want to play the game, fuck with it. So you cannot sit up there and be against the developers or dislike modding or anything like that when the developers themselves are telling you, like, yo, do what the fuck you want to do.
FooLy signing the fuck out.
Spread the word, I'm back breaking, bitch.